One autumn afternoon, Toby was resting in the yard at Edward's station after bringing stone from the quarry, headed for Brendam, when Edward arrived. "Afternoon, Toby. What a pleasant surprise. It's not often when you come down here."
"Hello, Edward. It's good to see you too. Yes, you'll be seeing me more often now. The demand for stone has risen immensely and poor Mavis is nearly backed up at the quarry. Percy and I are trying to help her, but we have to rotate or we're all going to get worn out."
"We're having a similar problem here, too. Our branch line has never been busier. We can barely keep track of where each engine is."
"Take care. In a messy shuffle like that, anything could happen."
"I know. I've heard stories from the mainland about engines that have gotten into some serious trouble because of situations similar to this."
"So have I. An engine I met on my way to the island told me his personal experience that made my wheels shudder."
"Do tell. I haven't a train for a while, and plus, this could help me come up with a good Halloween story for the others this year."
"Very well, then. It was a misty morning. I had just arrived at Vickerstown when a strange engine appeared. It was a mixed traffic engine, having a similar shape to you and James, and was shivering from footplate to smokebox. His gaze never met mine. He just arrived with his train and waited for the guard's whistle. I broke the silence. 'Hello, my name's Toby,' I said. This startled him, and he slowly glanced to where I had stopped. 'Is everything all right?' I asked. 'You seem awfully nervous.'
'Oh, forgive me. I didn't see you there,' he replied. 'I'm normally not this distracted. My mind was dwelling somewhere else.'
'If you'd like to share, I wouldn't mind,' I told him.
'Something strange happened last night,'
he suddenly said, still shivering.
'That evening, before my late-night run, Griden, one of the engines in my shed, who never knows when to stop showing off, was boasting to us about a new lamp he'd received. He was blabbering endlessly, and we couldn't get him to stop. The others had early morning trains, so they had to rest, leaving him and me to run the late nights. I had to take my train first, while he was left shunting trucks in the yard for midnight goods. From here, I don't know who to believe. The workmen say that because he had been going back and forth all day, he decided to deliver the trucks and remain in the sheds at his destination for the night. But the trucks say something else."
He paused, glancing nervously towards me.
"They say," he continued, "that he was taking a train back to the shed, but the mist had begun to get thicker as they had entered a wooded area. They say the fog was extremely thick, and they'd lost their way. After going a long way without seeing anything, he strangely decided to leave them in a siding they came across, and looked for a signal box to find out where they were. By the time I returned to the yard, it had been 3 hours since he left, and there was no word of him. My crew and I went to investigate, and we found the trucks in an old abandoned siding. We collected them and went further down the line, only to find a run-down signal box and Griden's lamp resting to the side of the track."
He was trembling in his tracks, telling me this so much he hadn't heard the guard's whistle.
"Right now, they're investigating where he or his crew could have gone.
but we have no results yet. The god angrily began whistling, waking him from his trance. Sorry, I've got to go. Nice meeting you, Toby. And he just scurried away, leaving me to dwell on his words.
When Toby was finished, he was surprised to see Edward's face frozen with shock. You've been part of this railway for a while. Have you heard of what might have happened?
For a while, no, but the next time I met him, he said the engine was found and safely returned to the railway. I questioned him about the situation once again, but still he said nothing else and immediately changed the subject.
Hopefully he actually did return and everything turned out fine.
Are you still planning on using what happened for the story?
Well, that is up to you. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, for a matter like this can play tricks to an engine's smoke box if not handled with care.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. But the mystery still bothers me. Thomas and Percy will surely laugh if they see that, though. I'll never hear the end of it, especially after the stunt Percy and I pulled on Thomas last time.
Of course. We can also ask Sir Topham Hatt to see if he knows what happened. I'm sure he'll have a logical answer. Then you wouldn't have to worry.
Thank you, Edward. That would be helpful.